what was it? You're actually your own biggest critic. You're not very enamoured of yourself as a singer, are you? What is it you don't like?
No, I think I'm an okay singer. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. It's not any false modesty. I mean, I know how I'm a certain kind of singer, and I think there's quite a few of my songs I probably sing better than anyone else does.
Yeah.
But I'm not what I would call a singer's singer. So sometimes I write songs that I think other singers can do better.
So is that frustrating for you? You sometimes write songs which are actually not suited to you?
Yeah, quite often I'm trying to write a certain kind of song, and it's more ambitious than what my voice will get to. I guess that's how, you know, that's why how I started writing songs with other people in mind. Because, I mean, my voice is fairly limited. I don't have a great range. But my songwriting ambition is much larger than what my voice will do. So I write songs and imagine other voices quite often.
What was the first song you ever wrote?
I think the first song I ever wrote was sort of sounded like a Van Morrison song.
Yeah.
There was something about a train in it, but I couldn't play it now.
Lots of transport in your in your music. That's what comes from being on the road, I guess.
And cars too.
Yeah. You have 7 siblings, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think at latest count the list included a teacher of disadvantaged kids, a nun, a social worker, a Buddhist, a music teacher, and a candidate for the Greens. Not a single merchant banker in there. What is it with you, Kellys? Where did this social responsibility come
Well, I got to say that the Buddhist actually used to work for the World Bank and he's just retired.
But the World Bank does good things, by and large. Where is this? There's a strong streak of social responsibility in there.
Yeah, and that, you know, that definitely came from our parents. Dad died pretty young, so I'm more familiar with what our mother was doing afterwards, and she's always been involved at the dinner table. You know, most times Mum would be interrupted by a phone call about, you know, someone needing something, some money, or someone had to get into a house, or someone was in some domestic trouble, and it was always the call went through to Mum.
How did she manage all of that and still have 8 kids, look after 8 kids?
You know, I really don't know. I think I don't know myself. When Dad died, there was some of the older kids were growing up and had moved out of home. So she had some of us younger ones. I'm like in the bottom half of the family.
Yeah, the bottom half of the drawer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So later on, when she didn't have to look after all of us, she got more and more involved.
Yeah. Because you got this wonderful gift of music, did you ever write a song for your mother as a gift?
You know, I've always wanted to, but and I've got one that I've been sort of had worked on for a while, and I've abandoned it. But I had certain songs of mine that were favourites with her.
Yeah.
I could play you her favourite song.
Okay.
I'll play some of it. I don't have to play all of it, but
just give us a burst.
And you'll notice that the first line of the song is lifted from an Elvis Presley song. So.
And it's got a bus in it, right?
And it's what?
And it's got a bus in it too.
No, but it's got a car. There's a reference to a car. I just realised. Are you lonesome tonight? Are you feeling like me? Bet you're dancing tonight, running round so carelessly. Somebody's forgetting somebody, somebody's letting somebody down. The door to my heart, your kiss, darling, is the key. the keys to the car. Now they're useless to me. And I'm singing, somebody's forgetting somebody, somebody's letting somebody down. And then it, you know, it goes on.
That's a gorgeous thing. You mentioned your dad died when you were young, about 13, I think. What impact did that have, losing your father when you were just a kid?
So it was, you know, just probably one of those things that you felt the effects more as time went on. I remember being, you know, quite, I still am jealous of my older brothers and sisters that got to know him much better. Dad had Parkinson's disease for a few years before he died, so he couldn't really, you know, his motor skills started to get worse and he had trouble walking and so on. So he wasn't really a dad I could, you know, play sport with. And I was pretty sports mad, me and my brothers. So I think he was the kind of father that I could see the older children growing into him.
Yeah.
I've you know, talked to my older brothers and sisters about the times they had with Dad. So I you know, got to know him more through their stories about him as well.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's just as you know, it's just that's how it is. That's how what your life is. Sometimes your parents die when you're young, and sometimes when they're older.
Going back to that metaphor about fishing, is the great song out there somewhere in the ocean of music waiting to be caught? Is that how you see it?
You mean like the great white shark?
Yes. Take me to my hook.
You know, just if I could just catch a fish every once in a while, just enough to keep me going. I don't know if I really want to get on the end of a great big one, but I just need them to keep on coming.
Which you have done for us over many years. Paul Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you.